Hi, many people have asked the question about folders and labels. So I'm going to take some time to show you how I use the labels and folders to help organize my mail. When we migrated from Outlook to Gmail, all of your folders and subfolders were migrated over. You will find these folders over on the left, and these are under your main categories such as your inbox, your sent mail, your spam, your trash, and so on. Gmail actually calls these folders labels. Basically, labels do all the work folders do, but they give you an extra bonus. When using labels, you can actually add more than one label to a message. So we're going to take a look at how we can label and organize your mail. So currently you do not see a folder or a label option in your mailbox until you select an email. So you will see those options when you select an email. I'm going to go ahead and select an email that I would like to label. When I select that, I now see the options above. Here is the label icon, and here is the folder icon. That folder icon actually represents the option to move. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Right now, I would like to label this email so that I can find it faster, so I can identify what this is quickly. So I'm going to click on label, and I would like to add the label of website. Now, this is in alphabetical order, and I can scroll through this long list, but I can also use the search and just type that in and it will find it for me very quickly. I can select that, hit apply, and if I would like to add another label, I would do the same thing. This time I'm going to label CMS. And this search is very helpful because as you start adding labels, it's going to be very difficult for you to scroll through those or even remember what labels you've already created. So after I've labeled an email, you'll notice that I have the two labels. And the biggest thing is that it's still in my inbox. This does not move your email out of your inbox. To do that, if I'm done with this email and I want to just archive it so I have it for future reference, or even if I just want to clean out my email and I can get it at any time, I'm going to use the tool of archiving. This is a little different than we've known in the past, but archiving allows you to move it out of your inbox and it will then be in those two labels. So if I click on archive, it will now remove that email from my inbox. Now it hasn't deleted it and it's very easy to find. Remember that I labeled it with those two labels. One was website, so if I scroll down to website and click on it, this is the email that I just archived. It does not have that label in this list because I'm actually in that label, but notice that it does have the other label that I assigned to it. So if I go up to that label, and that's a nested label, if I click on it here, it's here as well. So I labeled it, I added multiple labels to one email, and then I did not want to see it in my inbox anymore, so I used the archive tool to remove it. Basically what that does is all emails in your inbox have an inbox label, and when you archive it, it removes that inbox label from an email, and then you just have those two emails or two labels associated with it. In addition, you can always find any emails that you have archived in your all mail category. So that's labeling an archive. What's nice about labeling also is that you don't have to remove it from your inbox right away. But let's say you do. Let's say I've already looked at this email, I want to label it, and I want to move it to my archive right away. So I select it. Again, I get my options at the top. I have my label option. I have my folder option. This time, when I select this, it really does the same thing as labeling. It applies a label, and I want to use the Hode Camp. But if you'll notice, it removed it right away. So the folder or the move to option is really labeling and moving in one step. So it labeled it and it archived it. So if I go to that Hode Camp folder, or I'm sorry, not folder, but label, select it here, this is the email that I just labeled and archived in one step using the move to icon or the folder icon. Now at that time you notice that I can't add multiple labels. But if later on you would like to add an additional label, you can do it at any time. So from here I can select it. I now get my label options. It will show me that it's already labeled as Hode Camp, but I can also label it with anything else. So in this case though, I want to label it with a label I haven't created yet. So if I start typing in the label that I want, it'll recognize whether it's actually in my labels or not, which is really helpful. And here it says create new. So at that time, if I click on that, it will bring up this option. Here's my name. I can also choose to nest it or put it as a subfolder. I'm going to just leave it as a basic label and hit create. Okay, so now if I scroll over here, I have summer 2014, and here's that one email. So we have again the option of labeling, and you can add multiple labels to your emails. And keep in mind that because Gmail works in conversations, once you have multiple emails in a conversation, all of those emails are labeled. Once you're ready to remove it from your inbox, you can use the archive option. That will remove it from your inbox and just put it over with the rest of your labels. In addition, you'll always find it in your all mail. Now there may be some emails that you just don't need anymore and you can delete. So if you locate an email that you don't need to label, you don't need it for any future reference, and you just want to delete it, you can use the garbage can icon or the delete. Keep in mind what that will do is it will delete it, it will remove it from your inbox. In Gmail's trash, trash will be kept in here for 30 days. After 30 days, it will permanently be removed. So, using Gmail's labels, you can organize by using multiple labels. You can use the archive tool to then remove those from your inbox and place them in just simply those labeled categories. Again, you can also look for all mail if it's archived in your all mail. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at any time. Thanks.